What are the operating expenses you get? It may be management expenses. It may be other types of expenses you'll get. Usually you'll get management expenses in the question. Keep this in mind. Schedule number 13, current liability should be deducted. It is a negative balance. So what are the items comes under benefits paid? So it may be claims, it may be surrenders, or it may be bonus. See, this type of problem you can expect for 15 marks in the examination. Outstanding of the current year we should add. Outstanding of previous year we should deduct. Hello my dear students, I am your AJ sir, faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidyashram, First Grade College, Mysuru, a temple of excellence. My dear students, in today's session I am going to handle the subject called Corporate Accounting 2 for the 4th SEM BCom. The topic is Accounting for Life Insurance. Let's go to the first slide. See, this type of problem you can expect for 15 marks in the examination. The following are the balance sheet extracted from the books of Avantika Life Insurance Company on 31st 3 2009. Prepare the revenue account and balance sheet from the given information. These are all the amount they have given. So we have to identify the schedule number. So let's see what are the proper schedule number for this. First one, share capital. Where share capital appears? In schedule number 5. Schedule number 5, share capital. House property, schedule number 10, fixed assets. So you should be always familiar with the schedules, then only you can understand the problem. So by heart the schedule, then only you can understand. By heart the schedule. Freehold premises is an asset, schedule number 10, fixed assets. It is also fixed assets. This is schedule number 5 is the share capital. Next one, freehold, leasehold, ground, rent. Now next one, leasehold, ground, rent, schedule number 8, investment. Next one, life insurance fund. It is a reserves and surplus, schedule number 6, reserves and surplus. Next one, claims by death. It is a benefits paid, schedule number 4. Claims by maturity, it is also benefits paid, schedule number 4. Loans on companies policies. Now loans on companies policies, schedule number 9. Loans and advances. Next one, premium, schedule number 1, premium. Next one, loans on mortgage, schedule number 9, loans and advances. Next one, management expenses, operating expenses, schedule number 3. Now, see how to identify whether commission received or commission paid. See, this is debit balance. This is credit balance. Okay. So, if it is, these are all the assets and expenses. Credit all the incomes and gains, or it may be liabilities. Okay. Next one. So, now commission 35,000, it is a expenses. So, commission paid, schedule number 2. Next one, now consideration for annuities granted. So, we can show it in the schedule number 1. So, premium. Next one, now next one, interest and dividend, schedule number 1. So, it is premium. Next one, so it is interest and dividend. Here it is received now credit side. So, it is also collected. Next one, consideration for annuity granted, it is a income. So 16,000. Next one, income tax on profit, the minus from surplus in revenue account. Next one, dividend paid minus from surplus revenue account. Next one, annuities. Annuities, show it in the schedule number 4, benefits paid. Next one, fines, schedule number 1. So it is fine is collected. So schedule number 1, premium. Next one, surrenders, it is benefits paid, schedule number 4, show it under surrenders. Next one, bonus. So bonus in cash, it is benefits paid, schedule number 4. Next one, bonus in reduction of premium. So it is also benefits paid, schedule number 4. So bonus in reduction of premium. So schedule number 4, benefits paid, you can add to premium. Next one, stamps on hand. It is a current asset, schedule number 12, current assets. Next one, claims outstanding. Outstanding claims for which year? It is 2006 means on which year we are preparing? See, we are preparing for the year of 2009. When it is outstanding, it is the previous year outstanding. So it should be any outstanding for the previous should be deducted. So benefits paid, schedule number 4, benefits paid, deduct from the claims. Next one, premium outstanding. It is also for the previous year, for 2008 he has given. So it is also outstanding premium. Deduct from premium, schedule number 1 under premium. Next one, annuities due but not paid, schedule number 13. It is current liability. Next one, debenture stock. So debenture stock, it is a borrowings, schedule number 7. Borrowings, investment, schedule number 8. Furniture, it is fixed asset, schedule number 10. Sundry creditors. Sundry creditors, we can show it in the current liabilities. It is schedule number 13. Cash and cash bank, it is schedule number 11. Cash in hand and cash at bank. Now let's go to the problem. Let's go to the adjustment now. So what are the adjustments? See, management expenses due, where we have to show here this one. So this adjustment should be shown in the, so already we have in the previous session we have discussed all the adjustment, this type of adjustment. So you will be having minimum 5 to 6 adjustment. First one, management expenses due, where management expenses will come. So schedule number 3, operating expenses. This is schedule number 3, operating expenses. Show it in the schedule number 3 in the revenue account schedule. Again, coming to the balance sheet schedule, where we have to show this is any outstanding is a current liability. Show it in the schedule number 13. Schedule number 13. So it is a current liability. Current liability we can show as a current liability. So twofold effect. So one adjustment in the revenue account schedule. So it is schedule number 3. Another adjustment in the balance sheet schedule. It is schedule number 13, current liability. Next one, claims outstanding for the year 2007. Next adjustment, claims outstanding for the as on 31st/3/2007 is to 18,000 is current year claims outstandings. What we have to do? So where you will get the claims? See, we will write here. So claims outstanding. So where we have to show claims comes under benefits paid, schedule number 4. So schedule number 4, benefits paid. So it is outstanding claims, add to the claims. Again show it in the, if any outstanding is there, that should be shown in the current liability, schedule number 13. Balance sheet schedule, schedule number 13. So current liability, we can show it as a current liability. Next adjustment, claims covered under reinsurance. Claims covered under reinsurance. Where we have to show? See, claims covered under reinsurance. Where we have to show? So it is schedule number 4, benefits paid under deduct from claims. So again, once again I am repeating. So claims covered under reinsurance under schedule number 4, benefits paid. Schedule number 4 is the benefits paid. So go to the claims, deduct from the claims. Again, it is a current asset. So which schedule says about current assets? Schedule number 12 says about current asset. So it should be balance sheet schedule, schedule number 12. So show it in the current asset. Now next adjustment, further bonus utilized in reduction of premium. So where we can show this? See, I will write here itself. See, further bonus, go to the schedule number 1, premium. So show it in the premium, add to premium. Again come to further bonus. Further bonus in reduction of premium 2,500. Where we have to show this? So where further bonus in reduction of premium, bonus, where bonus you can appear, in which schedule you can see the bonus. So in the schedule number 4, bonus will come. So it is a benefits paid. So bonus will come under benefits paid. Again, where we can show this one? So we can show it in the premium. So schedule number 1, add to premium. Again, schedule number 4, add to bonus. Schedule number 4, benefits paid. So under benefits paid, add to bonus. Again, schedule number 1, premium, add to premium. Next one, surrender value adjusted against loans on policies, companies policies. Now next adjustment, surrender value adjusted against loans on policies. So wait, we'll write here surrender adjusted. So where we can show this one, where surrender appears, schedule number 4, schedule number 4 benefits paid. So add to surrenders. Again we can show in the schedule number 9 loans and advances minus from loans. Schedule number 9 loans and advances minus from loans. So once again I am repeating, surrender value adjusted against loans and advances, show it in the schedule number 4, add to surrenders again under schedule number 9 loans and advances minus from loans. Next one, reinsurance premium, where we can show reinsurance premium. So schedule number 1 minus from premium. Again schedule number 13 current liability. See, once again I am repeating. So reinsurance premium means we have to share the premium with other company. That's why it should be deducted from the premium. So we will not get the premium of 8,000 rupees. It should be given to other company. So deduct from the premium and show it to current liability. It is a liability for the company. Now let's go to the problem. First one, commission received. Now let's go to the problem. Under first one, schedule number 1, premium. So under first one, premium received. Where is the premium received? See, we have written here. Look at the premium. So we have written the premium here. So premium is schedule number 1. What is our premium here? So it is 3,20,000 is the premium, right? 3,20,000. For this, add further bonus utilized in reduction of premium. So it is an adjustment. Already we have discussed further bonus in reduction of premium is schedule number 1. We should add to the premium. Again we show it in the benefits paid, schedule number 4. So add further bonus in reduction of premium. What is the amount? Further bonus in reduction of premium is 2,500. So add 2,500. Again deduct reinsurance premium payable. What is the reinsurance premium payable here? See, reinsurance premium should be here. Schedule number 1 minus from premium. It should be shown in the schedule number 13 current liabilities. So deduct reinsurance premium 18,000 here. Next one, deduct outstanding premium of the last year. See, this is also adjustment we are having. So outstanding premium of the last year. So if it is not in adjustment, look at the trading account. So outstanding premium for the year is, we should deduct from the premium in schedule number 1. So this is the outstanding premium is 5,000. So let's deduct outstanding premium 5,000. So now let's write the amount. So this is not 18,000, this is make it 8,000. So this is 8,000 here. So look at the amount, this is 8,000. So make it 8,000. So now let's add the amount 3,20,000 plus 2,500 minus 8,000 minus 5,000 is 3,09,500. 3,09,500. Now let's consideration for annuities granted. So let's look at the question here. See, consideration for annuities granted. So what is the consideration for annuities granted? We should show it in the schedule number 1. It is 16,000. So right, consideration for annuities granted is 16,000. Again, add interest and dividend. So what is the interest and dividend here? So interest and dividend is 90,000. So interest and dividend is 90,000. Again add fines. What is the amount of fines? So look at the fines we are having here. So what is the fines is 150. So the fine is 150. So add all the amounts. See, if you don't know the schedule number, it is very difficult to do the problem. So please by heart the schedule. So it is 4,15,650. So it is 4,15,650. So this is the total amount of premium. Next one is second schedule is commission. So commission. So what is commission paid? Only one item you will be having. Usually in all the problems you will be having one item. So what is the commission? Commission paid. Let's look at the commission here. So commission paid is 35,000. Commission paid is 35,000. We can directly go to next schedule. Next one, schedule number 3, operating expenses. What are the operating expenses you get? It may be management expenses. It may be other types of expenses you will get. Usually you will get management expenses in the question. If you have any outstanding of management expenses, you can add it. So okay, what is the management expenses? Let's look at the management expenses due is 2,500. We can add to the management expenses. And what is the actual management expenses? Let's look at the question. The management expenses is 28,000. So the management expenses is 28,000. 28,000. Again add outstanding 2,500. Again this outstanding should be appear in the current liabilities. Keep this in mind. So it is 30,500. This 2,500 should be appear in the current liability, schedule number 13. Next one, coming to schedule number 4, benefits paid. So what are the items comes under benefits paid? So it may be claims, it may be surrenders, or it may be bonus and annuities. These 4 items comes under benefits paid. Now coming to claims by death. What is the claims by death here? Let's look at the question. So what is the claims by death is? Schedule number 4, claims by death is 1 lakh. Again claims by maturity is 60,000. So claims by death is 1 lakh. Add claims by maturity is 60,000. Next one, add outstanding claims of the current year. So any outstanding of the current year we should add. So if you have any previous outstanding, it should be deducted. Keep this in mind. Outstanding of the current year we should add. Outstanding of previous year we should deduct. So okay, so outstanding of the current year will be given in the adjustments. See, claims outstanding on 31st/3/2007, 18,000. We can add this 18,000. Again, deduct outstanding claims for last year. It will be given in the trial balance. See, look at the claims outstanding for last year. It is 1,10,000 here. So we can deduct 1,10,000. So 1,10,000, deduct 1,10,000. So I'm writing in the bracket. Next one, deduct claims covered under reinsurance. So it has given in the adjustment, claims covered under reinsurance. We have done the adjustment. See, claims covered under reinsurance, where we have to show schedule number 4, benefits paid minus from claims. Again we have to show it in the schedule number 12, current assets. So what is the amount? It is 20,000. So 20,000, deduct 20,000. So let's show the amount. So 1 lakh plus 60,000 plus 18,000 minus 1,10,000 minus 20,000. So it is 48,000. Now it is 48,000. Next one, annuities. So what is the annuities they have given in the question? So look at the annuities. So we have annuities here. So what is the annuities? 43,000. So next one, annuities 43,000. We can write here 43,000. Next one, surrenders. So do we have surrender here? Yes, we have surrenders. What is the surrender here? 32,000 is the surrender. Surrender. Let's write in inner column. We have again add surrenders claims adjusted against loans and policies. So where it has to come surrender claims, it has to add to the surrenders. Again, we show it in the schedule number 9. Loans, we have to deduct from loans from and policies. Next one, add surrender claims adjusted. It is an adjustment here. Surrender value adjusted against loans and policies 7,000. Add here, deduct from schedule number 9. So add here schedule 7,000, add. Next one, surrenders. So we know surrenders 32,000 and the add surrender claims adjusted against land. So we have to add it. So if you add it, it is 39,000. So again coming to the bonus in cash. So they have given the bonus. Let's see the bonus in cash. So what is the bonus in cash here? They have given the bonus in cash is 13,000. So let's write 13,000 bonus in cash. 13,000. Again add bonus in reduction of premium. It is given here. So bonus in reduction of premium is 4,500. So add 4,500 here. Again coming to further bonus in reduction of premium. So it is an adjustment. So further bonus in reduction of premium is 2,500. So add further bonus in reduction of premium. Add this. So total amount, let's see. Annuities already we have taken. Annuities 43,000. No need to take again. 13,000 plus 4,500 plus 2,000. For it is 20,000. Now add all the amounts. 20,000 plus 39,000 plus 43,000 plus 48,000. So we'll get 1,50,000. The grand total is 1,50,000. So this is the total benefits paid. Now this is the revenue accounts. What is the total of premium? It is 4,15,650. Let's write here premium received 4,15,650. Again coming to this is total A. Total A is here 4,15,650. Again coming to B part, commission paid. So what is the commission paid here? So we have paid commission is 35,000. The total of the commission paid is 35,000. So the commission paid is 35,000. Again coming to operating expenses, schedule number 3. What is our operating expenses? 30,500 is the operating expenses. So 30,500. Next one, total benefits paid is 1,50,000. So write 1,50,000. Add all the amount, it will become total B. This is total A, this is total B. 35,000 plus 30,500 plus 1,50,000. So it is 2,15,500. Now let's identify the surplus. So deduct this now B from A. So A minus B. So this is A minus B. Let's see how much it will become. So it is 2,150,000 is the surplus. So our surplus is 2,150,000 and deduct the dividend paid and also income tax on profit. So let's see what is dividend paid here. Dividend paid is 30,000. Deduct this 30,000. Dividend paid 30,000 Again, income tax paid or income tax on profit. So what is income tax or profit? Let's see income tax on profit. The profit is 4,000. So deduct both the amount. So 2 lakh 150 minus 30,000 minus 4,000. The surplus is 1,66,150. So 1,66,150 is the actual surplus. The actual surplus is 1,66,150. Now let's come into the balance sheet schedules. Coming to the balance sheet schedules. So authorized capital. What is the share capital here? See what? If they did not give the authorized capital, you just assume the whatever the share capital they have given, that itself is the authorized capitals. So it is 6 lakh is the authorized capital also, and also 6 lakh is the 6 lakh, right? 6 lakh here. So underline this. Again, issued and subscribed, called up and paid up. Issued, subscribed, and you can write also write it. Issued, subscribed, and called up and paid up. Again, write 6 lakh. So we should consider only 6 lakh. Don't add this. Okay. So total is 6 lakh. Next, coming to the schedule number 6, reserves and surplus. You will be having life fund and also surplus from the revenue account. So let's see life fund. So let's see the life fund. So life insurance fund is 21 lakh. So life fund is 21 lakh. 21 lakh. Again, add surplus from the revenue account. What is our surplus? 1,66,150. So add 1,66,150. So add it, you'll get the schedule number 6. Now, if you add this, you'll get 22,66,150 is the total surplus. Next one, schedule number 7, borrowings. So you'll get debenture stock here, borrowings. It may be borrowings from other insurance company also you can take. So debenture stock is the borrowings. We will consider where is the debenture stock. Let's see. So now debenture stock here, it is 30,000 is the debenture stock. So let's write 30,000 debenture stock, 30,000. So total is 30,000 itself. Next one, coming to the schedule number 8, investment. Investment in government securities. So it may be investment in house property. So in case of life insurance, house property should be considered as a investment. It is not a fixed asset. So someone will consider it as a fixed asset also, but we should not consider it as a fixed asset. It is an investment. Freehold premises also investment. Leasehold land or leasehold ground also investment, and any other investment and investment in government securities all comes under investment. Okay. In a fixed asset, we can take building, and we can take machinery, we can take furniture, and we can take computer also as a fixed assets. Okay, what is the house property here? Let's see. So house property is 1,50,000. So house property 1,50,000. Again, coming to freehold premises. So freehold premises is 4,50,000. This is 4,50,000. Again, coming to freehold land or leasehold land. So what is the amount of leasehold land is 3 lakh. Leasehold land is 3 lakh. Again, investment. So what is our investment here? Look at the investment. So investment is, it is 12 lakh is the investment. So investment 12 lakh. So add all the amount. So 1,50,000 plus 4,50,000 plus 3 lakh plus 1,20,000. So we'll get, it is 21 lakh. Now schedule number 9 is the loans and policies. This is loans and policies. So okay, under loans and policies, loans on mortgages. What is the loans on mortgages? Let's look at the loans on mortgages. So loans on mortgages is 4,50,000. It is 4,50,000. Again, add loans against policies. So what is the amount loans against policies here? See, loans on companies policies is 3 lakh. Loans on company policies 3 lakh. Again, direct surrender claims, it has given in the adjustment. Surrender claims is 7,000. It should be deducted here. So deduct 3,000. So I'll get the total amount. So it is 4,50,000 plus 3 lakh minus 3,000. So we'll get 7,47,000. Next one, schedule number 10, fixed assets. So fixed asset, we have furniture here. So let's look at the furniture. So what is the amount of furniture? The furniture is 30,000 is the furniture. So furniture is 30,000. So directly we can write 30,000 here. Total 30,000. Again, cash at bank and cash balance is schedule number 11. So let's look at the cash at bank and cash balance. So our cash balance is schedule number 11, 80,650. So it is 80,650. So it is 80,000 here and 650. So total it is 80,650. Next one, schedule number 12, advances and other current assets. So what are the advance? Stamps on hand and claims covered under reinsurance is the advances. So claims covered under reinsurance is an adjustment. So first go to the stamps. What is the value of stamps we are having? No, stamps we are having. So stamps on hand we are having how much? 1,000. So stamps we are having is 1,000. Again, coming to the adjustment, claims covered under reinsurance. So what is the claims of covered under reinsurance is 20,000. Add it here is 20,000. Total it is 21,000. Now coming to schedule number 13, current liabilities. First one, creditors. Let's look at the value of creditors here. Sundry creditors is 25,000. So let's write 25,000. Again, outstanding management expenses, it is an adjustment. So look at the outstanding management expenses is 2,500. It is 2,500. Again, reinsurance premium payable. So reinsurance premium, it is 8,000. So write reinsurance premium 8,000. Again, and it is due but not paid. It is a trial balance item. And it is due but not paid is the 25,000. Trial balance item 25,000. It is 25,000. Again, outstanding claims. So outstanding claims of the current year, it is an adjustment. Outstanding claims is 18,000. So it is 18,000. Add all the amount. So I'll get 25,000 plus 2,500 plus 8,000 plus 25,000 plus 18,000. So I'll get 78,500. So 78,500. Again, come to the schedule number 14, provisions. So let's look at the provision. So this amount will not write in the balance sheet. So provision. So here we don't have any provision. Here we don't have any provision. So provision is nil and miscellaneous expense also nil. So let's go to the balance sheet. This is the source of fund. This is application of fund. So source of fund and application of fund. So what is the source of fund here? Let's write first one, share capital. So what is the total amount of share capital? So look at the share capital, it is 6 lakh. So let's write 6 lakh. Again, reserve and surplus. Look at the reserve and surplus. What is the total amount of reserve and surplus? So it is 22 lakh 66 150. 22 lakh 66 150. Again, borrowing. Look at the borrowing. What is the amount of borrowing here? It is 30,000 is the borrowing. 30,000. Total it, you'll get a total surplus. 6 lakh plus 22, 66,150, 30,000. Now total it is 28 lakh 96 1. Coming to the application of fund, first one investment, schedule number 8. Look at the schedule number 8, total amount of schedule number 8. So schedule number 8 is 21 lakh. So it is 21 lakh. Next one, investment is 21 lakh. Next one, loans. So what is the total loans? Let's look at the loans and advances. Loans and policies are, so total amount is 7 lakh 47,000. So let's write 7 lakh 47,000. Next one, schedule number 10, fixed asset is 30,000. So it is 30,000. Coming to the schedule number 11 is 80,650. 80,650. Next one, advance and other assets. Schedule number other current assets. Schedule number 12, 21,000. So it is 21,000. Here current liability should be deducted. Keep this in mind. Schedule number 13, current liability should be deducted. It is a negative balance. Okay, what is the current liability we are having here? It is 78,500 should be deducted. So 78,500 should be deducted. It is a negative balance. Keep this in mind. Don't get confused. So now it is 7,000 here. So this is debt surrenders claims adjusted is. So let's look at the surrender claims here. So the surrender claims is 7,000. So let's make it correct. The 7,000 is 7,000. Then if you did this, it will become total is 50,000 plus 3 lakh minus 7,000. So we'll get 7 lakh 43,000. So let's change here 7 lakh 43,000. Now let's add total amount 21 lakh plus 7 lakh 43,000 plus 30,000 plus 8,650. 50 plus 21,000 minus 78,500. So we'll get, so this is again, this is 80,650. So total is here, this is the 80,650. So let's show this as a 80,650. So this is 80,650. So let's add 21 lakh 7 lakh 43,000 plus 30,000 plus 80,650 plus 21,000 plus now deduct the 13, schedule number 13, 78,500. So we'll get total is 28,96,150. Again here also 28,96,150. The amount will get tallied. So my dear students, I hope you understand. Without knowing the schedule, so you cannot do the problems. So please be careful while adding and deducting, and also the same whatever the amount you have written in the schedule, the same amount you have to write here. Otherwise, even small zero can make a big difference. In next class, once again, we'll do the one more problem. Till then, thank you so much.